I've been with Jesus. It has been one glorious day. Life one step higher on the blessed King's highway. I wish I had a praying church here. If you want to be anointed, what I say? If you want to be anointed, you're going to have to deal with the pain. You're going to have to deal with the pain. And it is impossible to get to the upper room to the Pentecostal experience without going to Calvary. I wish I could get some help over here. It is impossible to get to the upper room. It is impossible to have the Pentecost experience without going to Calvary. So Satan attacks from your future. Satan attacks us from our future. I want to tell you tonight that what you're dealing with has nothing to do with your present. Has nothing to do with where you come from. But the reason why you're being attacked today is because your tomorrow's greater. Y'all ain't saying that to me. I'll preach in a minute. I know you're looking funny, but touch your neighbor and say, the reason I'm going through is because the enemy don't want me to go through. I wish I could preach that right there. My tomorrow's going to be greater. That's why I'm being attacked today. Can I preach it here? Storms that come to make you strong will make you weak first. I think I better rehearse that again. Storms that come to make you strong will make you weak first. But I heard the Bible says, be not weary. Let me hear F sharp in my ear. I'm ready to ride a minute. Be not weary in well doing. That's enough. In well doing, ye shall reap. If you faint not. I wish I had a praying church. Y'all ain't got to help me. I feel something pushing me in. But don't get arrogant. Right. Don't get cockaloyous and don't be pompous and pious. And don't get beside yourself and think just because God, as the text says, just because God has prayed for you, that it is a foregone conclusion. I said it this morning. I think I want to say it again, because even if God prays for you, it don't always work. Come on. I missed it that time. I missed it. Some of these preachers are looking at me strange. I didn't lose it. I'm going to put the word on it in a minute. But those of you who are with me can help me. Even if God prays for you, it don't work. Somebody say, prove it. Prove it. Jesus died on the cross, but everybody ain't saved. Look at you how you're looking now. And prayer only works if you accept what has been made available for you. So it doesn't matter that Jesus died on the cross for sinners if the sinner never accepts what has been made available for him. It does not matter what happened on the cross. I wish I could preach. Lord, help me by myself. So we want to feel like just because Jesus prayed for us, I'm cool. But I come to tell you, you're not cool. You're left out if you don't accept what God has for you. Many of us sitting in this room tonight are waiting on God to up us. Waiting on God to get us up. Wake us up. Pick us up. Move us up. When the truth of the matter is he's giving you power to get up. I'm by myself in here. And that's a teachable moment. I believe I'll stick up here in that preacher moment. It is not to say that Jesus has not denied Satan's requests. Because when Jesus went to hell and conducted a 3-night revival, he took the back door out of hell, came back and said, "Oh death, where is your sting? Oh grave, where is your victory? I got all power in my hand. I got power over death, hell, and the grave." But even though he's all power, he's only able to release power as you will allow him to give power. I ain't got no help up in here. Ephesians says, "Now unto him who is able to do do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that we could ever ask or think. But check this out. It's according to the power that worketh in you. Touch your neighbor and say, no power, no miracle. I wish you ride with me here. No power, no miracle. Tell somebody, no power, no miracle. All right, let's quit. I got to get you anointed so you can stay with me here. Somebody help me here. The provisions has been made, but the will of God has to be accepted. I said the provisions have been made, but the will of God has to be accepted. And I come to tell you tonight that God has already made the provision. I said God has already made the provision. God has already, let me pull a minute, has already made the provision. Put your name and say the way has already been made. Ain't no need for me to worry about it. Ain't no need for me to cry over it anymore. Because the way has already been made. God has already fixed this fight. All he needs me to do is sit on the sideline and be a cheerleader. Lord, help me here. All he needs me to do is to just bless his name at all times, and his praises shall continually be in my mouth. Touch your neighbor and say, God don't need me to work it out. He's already worked it out. But he needs me to just stop having pity parties. He needs me to stop with all of the drama, because the devil can't do nothing to us. I wish I could preach up in here. Tell your neighbor it ain't nothing but buzzing around your head. I'm going on to my feet, but I'm reminded of a story of two boys walking home, and they were walking home from school, and along came a bumblebee and stung one of the boys in the neck, and the boy fell on the ground. But when he got back up, he was crying about all of the pain, crying about all song. Tell your neighbor, say neighbor, God's got it, and nothing that the devil can do to me can harm me. Tell your neighbor, say neighbor, I'm in a safe place. Say neighbor, I'm in his arms. Say neighbor, I'm in his arms. Say neighbor, I'm in his arms. Everybody's coming, I'm through.